Hello, my name is Andrew Fake from Minds and Money. Delighted to be joined today by Robin Dunbar, who's the President and Chief Executive Officer of Grid Metals. Delighted to have you with us today, Robin.
Pleasure to be here, Andrew.
Robin, looking at your company's website, you're focused on resource growth for high-value battery metals in Canada. And I think that the project that's of greatest interest to investors who are listening in is your Lithium Project. Can you talk us a little bit through that and the opportunities that it offers?
Sure. Yeah, we started really full steam ahead on our Lithium Project at the beginning of 2021. We're in southeast Manitoba, a couple hours from Winnipeg. And it's an area that's got a pretty strong history of lithium exploration and also is the site of the Tanko mine, which is one of two operating lithium operations in Canada. So what we're trying to do is get an initial resource, a calculation, get that project permitted, and look at toll milling of our lithium ore at the Tanko mine. And that's strategy that we're trying to implement, which would really get us into production and cash flow much quicker than could normally be achieved.
Mm-hmm. So what would be your plans for that sort of project over the next 6 to 18 months? What upcoming catalysts can we expect to hear?
Yeah, we've got a lot going on. We've announced to the market that we expect to have our initial resource calculation completed by the end of June. So we're at mid-June now, so that's rapidly approaching. SGS is doing that, and that'll be a combination of open pit and underground resource. We're also we'll announce the results of our metallurgical test work, our initial phase of work on the recoverability of the lithium. We have an advanced exploration permit that we're submitting to the province of Manitoba to enable a bulk sample. So we'll have some news on that soon. And we are still undergoing additional talks with the Tanko mine. Now we have an MOU with them, and we're looking to move that agreement to the next level to bring it to more tangible, so that we have a good schedule, timing, how much ore we would deliver, and that type of thing. So we hope to really deliver most of that in the next month to 6 months, so that by the end of this year people will see that we'll have a potential mining operation coming into view 24 or 25, so near term.
And what is Manitoba like as a mining jurisdiction, and what is the infrastructure there like?
Yeah, well, I'll start with the infrastructure. It's very good. So Winnipeg is a city, the capital city of about 750,000 people. It's a major east-west hub, but also north-south hub into the United States. There's road, rail, etc. We're about an hour and a half outside of Winnipeg. There's road, rail infrastructure. There's a lot of workers, miners in the area. It's really a good place for to try to establish a mining operation. Government's been very supportive. Manitoba had a long history of mining. They currently export lithium concentrates and nickel concentrates and copper, and so it's a good province to be working in. The key, really, I think, in terms of the permitting, etc., and working with the government there, is having a good relationship with the First Nations. And I think if you can count the First Nations as supporters of your project, then it really eases the pathway to potential mining operation.
And of course, what's interesting about Grid Metals is, although the Lithium Project is your main area of focus at the moment, you also have a few other projects as well within the nickel and palladium space. Can you give us a bit of a brief updates and overview of those?
Sure. The nickel project is literally right on top of the Lithium Project in southeast Manitoba. So that's a project that we've done a lot of work on over the years. We actually have an updated resource coming on that pretty soon, and we're targeting a bigger resource. So right now, dollar terms, we have roughly $4 billion of metal in the ground, and we're looking to increase that significantly. That will require a lot of drilling, exploration. So we're planning on that. We're focusing more on the lithium right now, but we think that project has a ton of potential. Our palladium project is about an hour outside of Sudbury, East Bull Lake. We've done a lot of work on that. There's a lot of palladium mineralization, and interestingly, in the footwall, we hit some high-grade massive sulfides, and that's a project that we want to go back and do some more work on as well. And we're pretty excited about that. So it's we got a lot on the go. As a small company, we kind of have to prioritize. We think the palladium, the lithium project is the best near-term path to cash flow, which we think will differentiate us from many other juniors.
And of course, on top of the ongoing projects that you have, you've also got a very strong management team. Can you first of all start by telling us a little bit about your background?
Yeah, I was before I got into the junior mining game 20 years ago. I was in the financial sector, worked in banking. I've been in junior mining since just before the year 2000, and I've had experience as a director of operating a nickel company in Australia. I'm currently a director of McEwen Mining, the gold company, which is a producing company. I have an MBA, and now 25 years experience, which is invaluable in this business, right? So a lot of risk in this business. So managing and how you plan and manage and what you do is pretty important. The rest of our team, technically, it's headed up by Dave Peck. Dave's PhD. He's a very experienced nickel geologist. He worked for Anglo American doing their global nickel search group. So he has a lot of global view really on the nickel business, and that's what we use to benchmark our project against. And then Dave has heads up the technical team. Kerry Galischuk is experienced lithium geologist. He's worked for Tanko Mine for 10 years, and so he knows the exploration for lithium. And then the rest of our team is we have a consulting mining engineer on staff, and metallurgist on staff, and these guys are part-time, but they're really full-time on our project as we need them. So overall, we think we got a really good team. We just added Brandon Smith. He came on as really chief development officer. Brandon worked at Cormark as their lithium analyst, so he's got a lot of experience in the business, and again, benchmarking our project, what we need to do to get ahead, and so Brandon will be a great resource. So yeah, that's our team, and we're always looking to expand and as we grow the business. Yeah.
And who are your key shareholders?
Yeah, Lithium Royalty Corp has provided quite a bit of financing. Royalties, they've been very key to really kickstarting our lithium exploration. And we also have a big shareholder group out of Australia. There's a group called AMCI, which is American Manganese and Coal. It's a private equity group that invests in a lot of mines. They have a lot of interest in operating mines around the world. And then Primero Engineering is a shareholder. And Primero is an interesting group. They're really the leading engineering group in lithium process engineering globally. So they're involved in a lot of the new projects, building the plants, consulting, operating. So they're a great resource for us as well. So we've got a lot of kind of industry people in behind the stock and really supporting our business plan and what we're trying to achieve.
Well, we thank you for your time today. We'll be seeing you later this year at Resourcing Tomorrow, and which will take place on the 28th to the 30th of November. We do wish you all the best in the interim. This interview was brought to you by Mines and Money in association with Red Cloud, and that was Robin Dunbar, the President and Chief Executive Officer of Grid Metals. Thank you for your time today, Robin.
My pleasure. Thank you, Andrew.